Hi guys, Vino here and welcome to this Vino Plunk production. I'll take a swig of my drink that happens to be Coke, and today we're going to be taking a look at the complete collection of all 15 seasons of Supernatural on Blu-ray. 1 second. Okay, right. Oh, that's just me. I was timing how long it's going to take someone to either comment or think, hang on a minute, I thought you were going to save money, and they're going to make some sort of judgment on me making money, on me spending money. Because it always happens. It always happens. Even when I don't say I'm going to be a bit more careful with money, it always happens. It's somewhere someone makes a comment or has the judgment that I've spent too much money. I'm going to let people think that, because we're going to delve into this. I'm going to uncellophane this. I think actually this might be one of the first times, or one of the few times, that I've actually managed to get hold of a still sealed, technically second-hand item. And I'll tell you how much I paid for this at the very end. It's currently going for about £120 on Amazon. It was going for a lot more than that when it first came out 7 months back. In fact, I do believe in the region of $300, whatever that equates to at the UK price at some point. I have had my eye on some kind of Supernatural set at some point in my life. For the longest time, I had my eye on the 1 to 10 box set, because it actually came down to a really good price at one point. But that was around the time, if I'm not mistaken, where Supernatural was on the verge of being cancelled, not being cancelled, and then the news dropped that it was being renewed. So I decided to forego getting that particular collection. I also believe it was the DVD collection, and I'd heard that it looks particularly good on Blu-ray, so I wanted to hold off on the Blu-ray coming down in price. Well, long story short, the Blu-ray did not come down in price. In fact, if anything, it increased in price. It was one of those situations where I'm sure many DVD and Blu-ray collectors have come across this, where, say for instance, the seasons 1 to 11 set of, say, Supernatural comes out, seasons 1 to 10 set is more expensive than the seasons 1 to 11. Yes, that does happen sometimes, and it's a little odd when it happens. But hey, that's exactly what happened. The Blu-ray set kept increasing in price till it was way out of my price range, and I just didn't want to settle for the DVD. I don't know what it was. There are sometimes some sets that I'm just like, I want to get the Blu-ray. I don't want to settle for the DVD. Supernatural being one of those particular sets or shows, as it might be. And as time has gone on, I've kept an eye on various different iterations of this show, between the 1 to 5 season box set, the 1 to 10 season box set, that has fluctuated in price, has on occasions come near to a price I'd be willing to pay, but I've foregone it. However, last week when I was actually looking up the Friends set on Facebook Marketplace, this kept popping up. And long story short, after a bit of shuffling here and there, I'm not going to say what kind of shuffling, I thought I would go for it. To be completely honest with you, I offered the person on Facebook a price they accepted, and I went and picked it up today. Well, technically yesterday. I picked it up on Sunday. So let's uncellophane this. Let's get into... It's actually partly uncellophaned, if I seem to remember. Yep, the corner quite graciously has decided to come off. At the same time as getting this set, I also got my glasses repaired. So that is something that many people in the peanut gallery are also rejoicing, that they don't have to stare at broken glasses like you have done before in my videos, and then comment on the fact that I've spent money on a box set rather than spending money to get my glasses fixed. Well, I got my glasses fixed at exactly the same moment, not precisely the same moment, because all it was a screw had decided to eject itself and commit screw suicide at work, and I couldn't get down to Vision Express, which is where I got my glasses, until this weekend due to having other commitments. I hope the fact that I have other commitments, and the fact that I actually have a life doesn't perturb some random person on the internet who seems to think that one's appearance is of utmost importance and one should sacrifice priorities such as life in order to get your appearance sorted quicker than would be humanly possible for you. On that note, let's get into Supernatural, shall we? So there is the front, there is the side, there is the other side, there is the back with all the information you could ever want, and just under the flap, the J card as you may want to call it, or J paper in this respect, is a nice 4D kind of shot of Dean and Sam, respectively played by Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki. So I will make note that our particular version here in the UK didn't come with the digital copies. At least I don't think so. We're about to find out. It just says Blu-ray on the top, but I do believe the US version did come with the digital codes, if you will. Not that I care much about digital codes, and we'll get onto why in a minute, which is, we'll get on to the minute. The outside box is very sturdy, as I'd probably expect with a set that costs this much money. If it's not this sturdy, then I would be quite perturbed. And you got to do it. That new box smell that everyone enjoys. Don't tell me you don't enjoy it. It's a lovely smell. So the first jewel case we get, double thickness or even maybe triple thickness jewel case, is of seasons 1 and 2. Each back is different. You get a shot from the show. The fronts are all the same. Some people have commented they don't like the fact all the fronts are the same, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Oh, that's interesting. So our discs are actually different to the American discs, which probably does make a lot of sense, but these are all blue. All of these are blue, and I've just realised there's no distinction between season 1 and season 2, so you've actually got to read. Yes, I am capable of reading. So yes, you have to read in order to discern which disc is which. You can't just use visual notes in order to discern which is which I both like and dislike. Also, each of these cases is a different kind of plastic. So there we go. You get the front there, you get the back. I do believe that is Castillo, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't watched a single episode of Supernatural. I know about a couple of episodes, but I know nothing about it. I think that is the angel known as Castillo, who features quite prominently early on in the show. And once again, you get all of the blue discs. I'm probably not going to focus in on the discs now, because I think we figured out that the discs are all the same, which is a little bit disappointing, but it does mean they may have been reauthored, because I know for the US set, all of the discs that are contained in the set are exactly the same that have been out before, apart from a couple of pertinent discs they've included. But if we now confirm this with the next one, yeah, okay, all the discs are the same. So let's not bother with the discs. They're all the same. We know what they look like. They'll just have their various disc number and what have you. Seasons 5 to 6, and then we have the back of Dean and Sam. Once again, there's a marking on the front here that if I'd bought this brand new, I would not be pleased about. A boot. I don't know if you can actually see that. There's some like markings, as if someone's, it almost looks like kind of fingerprint markings. But hey ho, at the end of the day, as you'll be finding out very shortly, I paid a pretty nice price for this, so I can't complain. Then we have seasons 7 and 9. We have a really nice shot. I really like that shot of Sam and Dean. I really want to know what's going on in that scene. Something's definitely going on in that scene. We then have seasons 9 to 10. Yep, discs are still blue, still the standard discs. And then we have Sam, Dean and Castillo again. I don't know if the backs correspond to the particular seasons, but hey ho. Then we have seasons 11 and 12. We have Dean and Sam, once again, surprise, surprise, it's almost like the show centres around them in one way, shape or form. We then have seasons 13 to 15. You have 3 seasons in this particular set, and actually you can feel it's the most beefiest of the sets, with a hell of a lot of discs in here. And of course that's because they... Oh no, okay. Nope, season 15 is still 20 odd episodes. So, still the same amount of episodes as each of the previous seasons. So you actually get... That's also got a mark on it. What is it with these having a mark on them? The QC in this set is not to my standard. That is a joke. The next thing you get, and I'm just going to double check this in case there is a digital code in here, because I do believe the digital code for the US copy. Check out warnerbros.co.uk for exclusive news on Warner Bros. Movies, TV shows and games before anybody else. I'm going to talk about that in a moment, but this is the special features disc for season 15. Some people have said they don't like the fact that it's in a separate little box here, sleeve here. Again, the same blue as all the other discs, but you do get this nice panoramic shot of both Dean and Sam in the car, which I know has a name, but again, I'm not that familiar with Supernatural, hence why I got this set. The reason why I want to mention the whole check out warnerbrothers.co.uk is it used to be back in the day that if you had one of the Blu-ray discs in your Blu-ray drive while you visited the site, BD Live, which is like the connected Blu-ray disc thing, allowed you to access a secret part of the website kind of, and then you could, you know, look at more special features, behind the scenes stuff of a particular Warner Brothers entity or any entity of any big company, but they seem to have done away with those kind of features. And the last thing you get that I've got to give a good whiff to is the episode guide. But it's not just an episode guide. This is a really high quality book, actually. The photos are beautiful. They're almost lithographic, actually. Okay. This could be a spoiler for Supernatural, but apparently Dean and Sam get transported into Scooby-Doo. Okay, but there's some stuff to look forward to when it comes to Supernatural, I can see that. Some pretty creepy monster designs, I must say. There's a nice shot of the cockpit or the dashboard of the car that they drive in the show. These are really nice pictures, actually. This is a really high quality book. Some people, because I have watched quite a few unboxings of this set, have sort of dismissed this and gone, it's just an episode guide. But to me, it's more than just an episode guide. It's a really nice book, actually. Some really nice screenshots and shots of the show. But yes, it's really high quality. Yeah, but an episode guide, essentially, with some with some additional photos, archival shots and things of that nature. And now we're just going to steadily but surely put all of the sets back in the box. I can't know if I did that the right way around, but hey ho, I can't know, I don't know. I can't remember would be the right wording there. That has been a look at seasons 1 to 15. I still can't believe this show ran for 15 seasons of Supernatural. To give you my own personal, and the reason why I kind of bought this set is for many years, friends, family, loved ones, many friends and a loved one has tried to get me into Supernatural, and I have been interested in watching Supernatural at some point. It's just a show that passed me by when it was first on, but being a DVD and Blu-ray collector, it's never too far around the corner that probably going to pick up a set like this. And this is a beautiful set. It's probably going to be one of my most expensive sets, although I paid I'm about to tell you how much I paid. Although I paid what I paid, it is worth about £150. So it is now officially my most expensive set in my collection. If you go by worth, how much I paid for it was £60, which I can't complain. That comes about £4 per season, which is ridiculous when you think about it. Yeah, £60 for the complete 1 to 15 set of Supernatural. I cannot complain, I must say. And it seems to be got a bit of a trend going on here with Warner Brothers entities, from Friends to Supernatural. And of course, I'm going to be talking about my retrospective on Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone when I actually get round to that, if I don't stop buying big box sets like this. But I'm sure you can understand and respect that I could hardly turn down this, really. The seller was originally selling it for 80, I offered 60, and here we are. It was an unwanted Christmas present. They already had the set. They all bought it twice for Christmas, and they were happy to let this go to someone who I think will love the set. It's going to take me a long time to get through this, but I'm thinking of actually doing a journey into Supernatural series on this channel, because this is a mammoth set. You know, 15 seasons, 358 episodes, if I seem to remember the number correctly. It probably tells you on the back how many episodes there are. 327. Where did I get 358 from? 327 episodes, hours of special features, and a 68-page collectible booklet. It is quite collectible, I must say. So yes, I'm very happy actually to receive this set, and all of the sarcasm aside throughout this video, you know, I'm glad I got the set, and I'll be enjoying it to the best of my ability. Until next time though, guys, please take care, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Ta-ra.